Unearthing a legend, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb. The sun rises over the golden dunes of Egypt, casting long shadows across the Valley of the Kings. Beneath its sandy surface lies a forgotten world of pharaohs and ancient rituals, a realm of gold, mystery, and untold stories. Within this vast necropolis, one legendary discovery changed archaeology forever and catapulted a boy king into eternal fame. His name, Tutankhamun. In November 1922, an archaeologist named Howard Carter made a discovery that would ignite the imagination of millions and unveil treasures unlike anything the modern world had ever seen. This is the story of a tomb hidden for over 3,000 years, of treasures untouched by time, and of a moment when the veil between past and present was momentarily lifted. Who was Tutankhamun? To his people, he was once the ruler of Egypt. The boy king ascended to the throne at just 9 years old. To us, he is a symbol of ancient civilization preserved in gilded splendor. Yet, history nearly forgot him altogether. Tutankhamun reigned during the 18th dynasty, an unstable time marked by political and religious shifts. Though his time on the throne was brief and relatively unremarkable, the artifacts left behind in his tomb tell a profoundly rich story of life, death, and the afterlife in ancient Egypt. His fame in the modern world would not come from his deeds, but from the remarkable discovery of his tomb, a gateway to understanding a world thought lost to time. Before the discovery, however, Tutankhamun was an enigma. His reign had faded into obscurity, lost beneath centuries of sand. That is, until one man, Howard Carter, set out to uncover the secrets hidden within the Valley of the Kings. An archaeologist with a singular vision and unwavering resolve, Howard Carter had spent years scouring the Valley of the Kings alongside his benefactor, Lord Carnarvon. His name may not have commanded attention in the early 1900s, but his relentless drive would soon earn him a place in history. Funds were running low, and the digs had largely turned up disappointment. Many believed the Valley of the Kings had already given up all its secrets. Yet Carter remained convinced there was still one tomb left undiscovered, belonging to the little-known pharaoh, Tutankhamun. Skepticism surrounded him, but Carter's focus never wavered. After nearly a decade of painstaking excavation, it finally happened. On November 4th, 1922, Carter's team stumbled upon a set of steps hidden beneath the sands. Little did they know, this unassuming staircase would lead to one of the most celebrated finds in the history of archaeology. The air in the Valley of the Kings was heavy with anticipation. As Carter stood before the sealed doorway, marked with ancient hieroglyphs, he must have felt the weight of centuries pressing against it. When he finally punched a hole through the door, it was as though time itself had been unraveled. A moment came when, with trembling hands, I made a tiny breach in the upper left-hand corner. Darkness and vacancy appeared, as the warm air escaping from the chamber caused the candle flame to flicker. Carter would later write, "At first, I could see nothing, but presently, as my eyes grew accustomed to the light, details of the room within emerged slowly from the mist. Strange animals, statues, and gold. Everywhere the glint of gold." The crowd behind him grew restless. "Can you see anything?" someone asked. Carter breathed out the words that would echo through history. "Yes, wonderful things." With cautious hands, the team began to unseal the tomb. It was unlike anything they had prepared for. Inside lay an array of treasures so meticulously arranged that they seemed frozen in time. Ornate couches shaped like mythical animals, alabaster jars filled with perfumes, delicate jewelry gleaming as if it were just forged. Each artifact spoke of a civilization's extraordinary artistry. Behind the first room, known as the antechamber, an even greater discovery awaited. The burial chamber housed a sarcophagus, elaborately decorated and guarded for millennia. Inside the sarcophagus were 3 nested coffins, and within the final gilded coffin lay the mummified remains of Tutankhamun himself. Yet, far from portraying a perfect image of a glorious ruler, the fragile mummy painted a portrait of vulnerability, a young king who died under mysterious circumstances. Connected to the chamber was the treasury, a room overflowing with burial goods intended to accompany Tutankhamun into the afterlife. Golden statues, ritual artifacts, and tools needed for eternity filled every corner, offering a glimpse into the deeply spiritual beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Each item told a part of the puzzle, weaving together a narrative as intricate as the fine details engraved upon the tomb walls. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, capturing the imagination of a world hungry for wonder. Headlines erupted across Europe and America, describing the discovery as an unparalleled triumph. Photographs taken inside the tomb, showing treasures gleaming in the dim light, cemented its fame. The treasures of Tutankhamun soon became the symbols of Egypt's resplendent past. The boy king, once forgotten, had become an icon overnight. Museums, artists, and jewelers drew inspiration from the stunning artifacts, and the global fascination with Egyptology soared to unprecedented heights. Despite the excitement, however, shadows lingered over the find. Legends began to form, intertwining awe with fear. Soon after the tomb's discovery, whispers of a curse began circulating. When Lord Carnarvon, Carter's financial backer, suddenly died of an infected mosquito bite mere months after entering the tomb, rumors of divine retribution began to take hold. Some pointed to the inscription reportedly found near the entrance, warning that death will come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king. Though dismissed by skeptics as superstition, other deaths linked to the excavation only heightened the intrigue. Was there truly a curse protecting the tomb? Or were these events mere coincidence? Modern experts suggest practical explanations: exposure to toxins inside the sealed tomb, or psychological perceptions of fear and coincidence. Still, the legend persists, adding an air of ominous allure to Tutankhamun's story. Beyond the treasure and intrigue, the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb opened the doors to breakthroughs in understanding ancient Egypt. His tomb was a window into the fascinating practices of burial and the lengths taken to ensure a pharaoh's journey into the afterlife. Tutankhamun's remains offered further questions. Evidence of injuries, along with DNA analysis, suggested he suffered from maladies that contributed to his early death. Did an accident claim his life? Or was his death hastened by political tensions? Every layer unraveled from the tomb brought answers woven tightly with new mysteries, ensuring that Tutankhamun's legacy would remain captivating for generations. A century after its discovery, the significance of Tutankhamun's tomb remains unshaken. Preservation efforts continue to protect the fragile artifacts, and modern technology provides new insights. CT scans, DNA tests, and imaging techniques have revealed details hidden from Carter's era, from family lineage to previously unnoticed physical conditions. Yet, for all that modern science has uncovered, the tomb still stirs the imagination. The possibility of hidden chambers or undiscovered secrets remains, teasing at the idea that Egypt still holds mysteries buried beneath its golden desert. The legacy of this discovery transcends archaeology. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb transformed how we see ancient civilizations. It forged a connection between us and those who lived millennia before, reminding us of humanity's shared past and the stories that bind us across time. As the camera pans across the desert at dusk, the Valley of the Kings radiates a serenity steeped in history. Shadows grow long, mirroring the passage of time. Tutankhamun's treasures may now rest in museums and guarded spaces, yet the spirit of discovery continues to live on. The Boy King's story is not merely one of gold and artifacts, but that of a civilization brought back to life, a bridge between the ancient and modern world. Tutankhamun's tomb reminds us that beneath the surface of the known, mysteries will always await those with curiosity and courage enough to seek. The past is never truly gone. It is only hidden, waiting in silence for someone to unearth its secrets once more.